Oh man, SASE exam. Let me start by telling you I knew it all. I knew it all. The problem, however, is that there was not enough time for me to answer all the questions, because there were a lot of them, a lot of questions. There were 17 pages, and each page contained approximately 2 questions. There was one larger program that I had to check for bugs, and it said there is one buffer overflow and one unspecified exploit or error. And I was like, okay, I see the buffer overflow, but I also see an integer overflow and a format string attack. So yeah, whatever. Maybe the integer overflow was not an actual integer overflow and I got something wrong. But in the end, that was the task I solved last, because I knew that looking through a program would take time, and so I didn't want to be under time pressure at first, so I started answering all the other questions first. First, the topic group that I had the hardest time with, or that I thought I would have the hardest time with, PKI, Public Key Infrastructure. And so I answered all the questions, I was able to answer them all. I'm not so sure if they're all 100% correct, but at least 50% I got them right. So yeah, I was able to answer them. But same thing as yesterday with the one question about epipolar geometry. There I thought I knew what was meant, but then in the end it was something completely different. Anyway, let's not talk about geometry, let's talk about SASE. So I answered the PKI questions and then I was done. Okay, that took me half an hour. Perfect, let's go on. Because the exam was 90 minutes, so half an hour per topic group for 3 topics groups would work perfectly. Then the other topic group was cryptographic primitives. And again, I answered all the questions. There were a lot of them, but I answered them all, and everywhere I tried to be as precise as possible. And then I looked up at the clock, look back, look up, it's 15 past, and the exam stopped at 40. So I was like, oh shit. And then I went to the first task with the program and the errors. I mean, I looked through it and I think there are 3 errors. If you ask me, there's an integer overflow as well, but the integer overflow is doesn't really matter because it's at the place where, you know, the buffer overflow already happened. So YOLO. But yeah, damn it. I could have answered them all. All the questions were like, the other one was about the format string attack and how to use it to write data, and I was like, yeah, that's with the %n. You write how many characters you already printed, and so you can patch an address. But then they also wanted me to paint or draw the stack layout. And that takes time, especially if you then realize, oh shit, they also want me to include canaries. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, they're in there. I started to write bigger and bigger, and it's just, in the end I just wrote, time, sad smiley. And then I handed in the exam. So yeah, there were like 4 questions or so I didn't properly answer because of time issues. However, I did write something. I was like, %n! Exclamation mark. That's how you patch address. Bam! Done. No more time. So yeah, maybe I'll get a few points for that at least. We will see. But yeah, if I get something worse than a, let's say, C, and maybe even if I get something worse than a B, I will do this. I will take the exam again, because like I could answer all the questions, I just did not have enough time. And if I knew before that it would take me that long, then I might have hurried a little more at the other questions, and then I might just have been able to answer all the questions. That's annoying. But on the other hand, good for me, because I was able to answer all the questions, even though I didn't. Right. Now I'm gonna get home, get something to eat. No time pressure there though. Then go play Ultimate Frisbee. And you, go make it back up. I'll see ya tomorrow. Or maybe not, because tomorrow is nothing interesting going on. It's just a Saturday. Nothing's happening on a Saturday. Or is there? We will see.